Hello students, I am Dr. Amit Bhatnagar, working as Senior Research Officer in the Department of Agronomy at GB Pant, University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar, Uttarakhand. Here in this lecture, I will tell you about the reason why temperature decreases with increase in height. Suppose we are standing here at this place and temperature is suppose 20 degrees centigrade. As we move upward, as our move in the air upward, and it is suppose 100 meter, then we go about 150 meter, then 200 meter, then temperature decreases. It is suppose it is about 18 degree centigrade, then it is about 16, then it is about 12 degree centigrade. So this is the trend, means as the height increases, temperature decreases. Suppose there is a multi-story building, suppose it is suppose there are 10 story. So temperature, the people will temperature face high temperature, but here at height increases they will face a low temperature. So this is general phenomena. As our height increases, as we move upward, temperature decreases. So what is the reason? And this is very important weather phenomena, and this is the reason that at higher elevation, at higher altitude, at higher height, the temperature is low compared to the earth surface. So how does it happen? What are the reasons? We will discuss about this. So to know how this temperature change, we should know about the process of heat transfer. Actually, heat is responsible for change in temperature. If heat is more, definitely temperature will be more, and if heat is low, then temperature will be low. And in this process, heat transfer is involved. So what are the process of heat transfer? It is very important, and this heat transfer is responsible for change in temperature, and there are three processes of this heat transfer. What are three processes? Number one is conduction, number two is convection, and number third is radiation. And in our earth, overall source of heat is sun. So sun provides the radiation and provides the heat, and this heat causes change in temperature. And this heat transfer, there are three processes. Actually, sun provides the heat by the process of radiation, but there are two processes also. What are the two processes? In case of conduction, this heat is transferred from molecule to molecule. Suppose there is a substance and these are the molecule. If we provide the heat to this molecule, then it get heat, temperature increases, then it transfer to the adjacent molecule, then to another adjacent molecule, then adjacent molecule. In this process, heat is transferred from the first point to the last point, and this process occur in solids. For example, iron rod get heated through the process of conduction. So this heat transfer is by the transferring the heat to the adjacent molecule. So this process is known as conduction, and it occurs in solids. And in case of convection, it occurs in case of liquids and gases. In this process, there is a mixing of molecule of liquid and gases, and their molecule come to the source of heat, and that and get energy and transfer to other place. For example, this is the point of heat, and there is a container. Suppose, for example, this is container and liquid is present here. Liquid is present here, and we are providing heat to this point. So the molecules which are in direct contact with this heat source get heat energy, and kinetic energy increases, and they move upward. And the molecules which were on upper side, they come onto the heat source, and then they get heat, temperature increases and then they move upward, and then the upper molecule come to the source. So here mixing is there, mixing is there. So this is convection process. In this case, the heat is not transferred to molecule by molecule. Here heat is transferred by molecule to molecule. Here there is a mixing. Molecules come to the source of heat and that get energy and move upward. So if sometimes of currents, sometimes of flow is there, mixing is there. So air is air, gases, liquid, water, heated by the process of convection. And in case of radiation, electromagnetic waves are responsible and they directly transfer the heat, and there is no medium is required. And for example, this is sun. Sun provides the radiation, and it is our earth. Suppose it is earth, then radiation come directly onto the earth. So there no medium is required. It means directly transfer of heat from source to the object. So there are three processes. So the first process is radiation. By the radiation we get the energy from the earth. सोलर से जो है, सन से जो रेडिएशन आ रहा है उससे हमको डायरेक्टली अर्थ पे जो स्ट्राइक करता है उससे अर्थ क्या होती है, हीट मिलती है और अर्थ का टेम्परेचर बढ़ता है. सो द फर्स्ट प्रोसेस इज रेडिएशन through which we get heat or energy from the sun in the form of solar radiation, and this solar radiation is actually electromagnetic radiation. Okay, so this is the first process. Now once the solar radiation reached at the earth, then what happens? Then suppose it is sun, and this sun emits the solar radiation, and it is earth, and the radiation directly come to the surface, earth surface. Diffuse radiation, direct radiation, there are different type of radiation. Means that when radiation reach at the earth surface, then this is the process of radiation. This is a solar radiation is a term, but radiation is a process of heat transfer. So through the process of radiation, the waves come, electromagnetic waves come and strike at the earth surface. So that's why it start to heat. Radiation continues, radiation is coming, then this earth surface get heated, and then temperature of this earth surface, look here, this earth surface increases. Okay, so this is the reason that in the daytime this earth surface temperature is more, and during the night it is low because of radiation availability in the daytime. Now in the daytime, this earth surface is getting heat from the sun and temperature is increasing, and the molecules, okay, then earth also emit the radiation because it gets heated in the daytime, then it's emit the radiation, and the sun emit the radiation in the form of short wave, and earth emits the radiation in the form of long waves. So short wave radiation is coming and long wave radiation is going outside. Now this is the air molecule on the earth surface. Here we are standing, I am standing, and the air molecules are surrounding me, and some molecules are in directly contact with the earth's surface, with the floor. Okay, so we can understand it as a floor. So molecules, air molecules are there, and this density of molecules decreases as the height increases. So here at the lower surface, more density of air, more molecules. As the height increases, then number of air molecule decreases. This is the a normal behavior, because towards the earth or close to the earth, more gas, more air, and as we move upward, the air molecule decreases. Actually, we are living here in troposphere. Now, the molecules which in direct contact with the earth, they get this long wave radiation directly by the earth through the process of conduction. Look here, the radiation is coming, solar radiation is coming by the process of radiation. Then earth is getting radiation and get heated by this radiation. सूरज की रोशनी इतनी तेज आ रही है कि उससे ये अर्थ क्या हो जा रही है, गर्म हो जा रही है। और जब ये अर्थ गर्म हो जा रही है तो क्या करेगी, ये भी रेडिएशन को इमिट करेगी। कोई भी चीज गर्म हो जाएगी, रेडिएशन को इमिट करेगी, एंड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लॉन्ग वेव्स। और जो एयर के मॉलिक्यूल्स बहुत बिल्कुल डायरेक्ट कांटेक्ट में है, दे गेट डायरेक्टली heat from the earth's surface through the process of conduction. So there is a rapid transfer of heat, from the earth's surface to the air molecule which are in directly contact with the earth's surface. So now the temperature is high. Now the molecules which are here, they transfer the heat to the other molecule by the process of convection. Now this is the process of convection. Now three processes are involved: radiation, through which energy is coming, heat energy is coming; then the process of conduction, through which the air molecule which are in directly contact with the earth's surface get heat energy, temperature is more; and then the upper layer molecules get heat energy by the process of convection. Now this diagram, it is very clear that the here molecules are more, and in the process of conduction, that's why temperature is more, temperature is high, because of two reasons. Number one, the process of conduction which immediately transfer the heat. Number two, the number of or we can say density of air is more. Density of air is more here, so temperature is more. As we move upward, now this is the air envelope. We can say air gases are there, oxygen, nitrogen, CO2, argon, whatever different type of gases are there, and then density decreases. So now the process of convection is there is a heat transfer, but the number of molecules are very less, so this process is slow, number one, and the capacity to hold the heat is very less. So this is the reason that as we are moving, the temperature decreasing. Another reason is that the water vapor in air is very important, because water vapor means H2O hold the heat. If water vapor is more, it will hold more heat and temperature will be more. And as the air density is more here, so here water vapor is more. Vegetation is here, so water vapor is more. And with the height, water vapor is less. So at height, number of gas molecules are less, water vapor is less, so capacity to hold the heat is very less. So this is the reason that as the altitude increases, height increases, temperature decreases. So this is true in troposphere. There are four layers of climate, as we know that it is the troposphere. Then it is about the height of about 20 kilometer. Then stratosphere, it is the height of about 50 kilometer. Then mesosphere, about 80 kilometer. Then thermosphere. And this is true in case of troposphere. So this, all the weather phenomena, all the process occur in troposphere, because it is the height of up to 20 kilometer. So in troposphere, temperature decreases as we move upward. But in case of stratosphere, temperature increases, just reverse. Because in stratosphere ozone is more. There is high concentration of ozone which absorb the ultraviolet radiation, UV radiation from the sun. That's why temperature increases with the height in stratosphere but decreases in troposphere. It is very interesting that in troposphere we are living in troposphere. It is height is about 20 kilometer and 85% about 85% air occur in this troposphere and about 25%, oh sorry, 15%, approximate 15% occur in stratosphere. So this phenomena is taking place in troposphere because this is the earth. So with the increase in height, because it is sea level, then 100 meter, 200 meter, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 10 kilometer and up to 20 kilometer. This process occurs up to 20 kilometer. Then after 20 kilometer, what happens? There is another layer because ozone formation is there, because oxygen is break down into O plus O, and this then it combined with this O and make the ozone. This is ozone. It is known as ozone, and this ozone is very important. Formation of ozone is very important because the this ozone absorb the ultraviolet radiation of sun, and this ultraviolet radiation is very harmful for living organisms. So this absorb the ultraviolet radiation, and because of this absorption temperature increases. If there is no ozone, then ultraviolet radiation will reach at the earth's surface and it will be very harmful. So presence of ozone in stratosphere is must. If there is a low concentration of ozone, definitely we will face many type of problem because of increasing concentration of UV. So this process of decrease or reduction in temperature with height is due to the number one, direct contact of the air molecule with the earth's surface that get heated by the process of conduction, and as they move upward, then air density decreases, water molecule decreases, and there is process of convection, and because of low molecules, there is low temperature, and this process occur up to 20 kilometer, and approximate temperature at the top layer is about minus 60 degrees centigrade, minus 60 degrees centigrade at the top. And at the sea level it may be about 20, maybe 23 or 24 depending upon the particular day condition. So it means the temperature decreases up to minus 60 degrees centigrade, then there is a change in layer, and then it is start to increase in the stratosphere. So this is the reason why temperature decreases with increase in height. So this was the reason, and you should know what is the basic concept of the radiation, conduction, convection. So the reason main in troposphere is number one, density, air density and water molecule vapor content decreases with the increasing height, and then immediate another reason is that the layer which is in direct contact with the earth get heated by the radiation, and that's why there is more temperature, and upper layer by convection. So this was the reason that why temperature decreases with increasing height in troposphere, and temperature increases with height in stratosphere because of presence of ozone which absorb the ultraviolet radiation, and ozone absorb the ultraviolet radiation, that's why temperature increases. So this was the reason behind the change in temperature with change in altitude. Thank you very much.